Who are you?
I'm Jeff Bender.
What do you do here?
I play Zazu the bird
All right.
in The Lion King.
Okay. And you are a political aficionado.
No. I watch CNN
Mhm.
and sometimes MSNBC
Mhm.
and sometimes Fox to get angry.
So let's talk about the state of this race right now.
State of the race is, I guess Palin jumped in about 2.5 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Is that long ago?
Something like that.
2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And she gave her first interview yesterday, 2 days ago, in which she proved to us that she takes direction well enough to repeat what is told to her. But it didn't seem as though she was particularly inspired in her answers. And she didn't know what the Bush Doctrine was. Which is okay if you're, in my opinion, which is okay if you're a
governor.
Well, it's all right if you're a governor, and all right if you're a citizen. But if you're looking to be vice president of the United States and you don't know what the supposed head of your party is espousing in terms of foreign policy, I think that's kind of that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing if you look at it in the sense of the likelihood of her becoming president of the United States is high. I mean, high enough that she should probably have visited more than 3 or 4 countries and maybe been in the loop of things a little bit earlier than 2.5 weeks ago to become president of the United States.
And so what do you think the Obama campaign needs to do to win this thing?
Well, I don't know I'm sure that they have strategists, and I'm sure that they're doing what they want to do. From my standpoint, living in New York City, I'm a little. There's always the desire to see, particularly a Democratic candidate, push back a little bit, because I always feel like, or not always, but at least for the past 8 years, and this election cycle included, I feel like the Republicans do an admirable job of defining the nature of the campaign and defining what is important in the campaign. Their strategists really do that very well. And I always feel as though the Democratic candidates are reacting as opposed to defining the agenda. And particularly over the past couple of months, it seems as though the most outrageous things that I see happening on the Republican side are not even being addressed. But maybe they've decided that, or maybe he's decided that he'll let, as a couple of people have told me, that he'll let Palin sort of implode on herself and just focus on John McCain, and the absurd notion that John McCain is in any way an agent of change, or that his voting record, which has been 9 times out of 10 on the side of George Bush, who, in my personal opinion, I would never say that someone is the worst, because I can't, I don't really know how Taft was as a president, frankly, but I would probably say that, I would venture to say that he will probably go down in history as one of the worst presidents of the United States. And for the American people to continue that agenda through someone who, with all due respect, fought him in 2000, up until about 2004, when I think he decided he wanted to run again for president, and then over the last 4 years has pretty much marched in step with every destructive agenda that Bush has pushed on the table for the last 4 years at least. It's tax cuts, his absurd war in Iraq, and all that.
That's great. Well,
Thank you.
Yeah.